I'm Judi Vitale, here to talk about June 2011 for ReadTheStars.com. Well, it's not going to be as bad as March, thank goodness. It's not going to be as hectic as April, but it isn't going to be as peaceful as May. Yes, June 2011 has a lot of planetary activity in it, not the least of which is the eclipses that are going to be taking place. One on June 1st, one on June 15th. Now let me talk a little bit about the signs that these eclipses are in. The first one is in Gemini and the second one is in Sagittarius. Interesting that the two signs that are the least likely in terms of their character to make commitments in a serious relationship or to make decisions that tie them to anything have to do with the topic that their lunar cycle really does bring out. And that is the process of exactly that, choosing someone to be with. For those of you who are already in love, you will probably feel just a resurgence of the commitment that you have made. And for those who are not attached at the moment, you will think about whether or not you like the situation that you're in at the moment, or if you would like to reach out and branch out into a new sort of being where you're involved with someone. It is certainly a time when you can also magnify and benefit from your friendships. But it's also a moment of truth. Who do you like having in your life, and who would you not like to spend so much time with? So think about these issues as you're going through these eclipses. Now, eclipses are things that happen. And of course they lead to some events in the world that are very difficult. But, you know, there isn't much we can do about those. I don't want to be here going like, there are eclipses coming, everybody run for the hills. Yes, of course we have to be aware that there are going to be difficulties in the world. But, you know, my purpose here is to just try to make you aware of how astrology can enhance your own life. And sometimes to look at the rest of the world. I'm not here to make dire predictions. I just want to say that, okay? Now, the next thing that's like really big that's happening is Jupiter's changing signs. This happens about once a year. Jupiter's been in the sign of Aries for the past year, and it's been nice for those of us who have, you know, cardinal signs and also fire signs in our chart. That would be, you know, like the cardinal signs are Aries and Cancer and Libra and Capricorn, and the fire signs are Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. So it's been good, but there's been like this little drag on Jupiter, because Jupiter should be like, you know, completing superman and getting everything that you want, and it's really cool. But Saturn has been opposite Jupiter, because it's in Libra, kind of just dragging Jupiter down. So that has been kind of difficult. So when it goes into Taurus, it's going to be a lot nicer. Of course, there will be articles and videos all about how this is going to change you and your sign, so stay tuned for those. And that will be the case with also for the eclipses and some of the other things I'm going to speak about in the rest of this video. Saturn is going to move into direct motion on June 12th. This is an interesting thing too, because Saturn's kind of been going back and making us be very methodical about choosing what we want to do next and who we want to be with. This is a very big theme right now. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're just going to see it all and we're going to be able to make that decision. So look for some things in your life to move forward after the 12th of June. While that one's moving forward, Neptune is going to ease its way backward and go into a retrograde period. It's still in Pisces right now, but by August it's going to work its way back into Aquarius for a little while and then come back into Pisces next February in 2012. But this again is going to bring back what's been happening between April and now, especially this stuff about the weather. So I think that we can expect there to be some interesting and difficult weather patterns over the next few months at least. So be on the lookout for all of that. Well, those are the main events that are going on. There will also be a lot of activity in the sign of Gemini because, of course, the sun will be in Gemini. But we'll also have Mercury in there, we'll have Venus in there, we'll have Mars in there, and it will happen as the month unfolds. And again, you know, we'll be presenting different detailed pieces of information about these events. But I just want you to know that overall, you know, the month of June is going to be really, really interesting. So don't miss a moment of it. Stay aware. Remain conscious of your behavior. Remain conscious of all the things that you know about yourself in astrology and elsewise, and how you react on instinct and how it's serving you and how it isn't, so that you can begin to act consciously and with a knowledge that you're doing what's best for you and best for the people around you. That is the greatest gift that astrology gives to us, and I'm so happy to share what I know about it with you. If you have any questions, please email me at Judi, Judi, @readthestars.com.